too many folks still don't have a sense that tomorrow will be better than today. And so the question in this election is, which way do we go? Do we go forward towards a new vision of an America in which prosperity is shared, or do we go backward to the same policies that got us into this mess in the first place? You know, I believe we have to go forward. I believe we've got to keep working to create an America where no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, no matter what your last name is, no matter who you love, you can make it here if you try.
Let me read something here to you. This is from Penn Jillette. It's amazing to me how many people think that voting to have the government give poor people money is compassion. Helping poor and suffering people yourself, that's compassion. Voting for our government to use guns to give money to help poor people and suffering people is immoral, self-righteous, bullying, and laziness. People do need to be fed, medicated, educated, clothed, and sheltered. If we're compassionate, we'll help them. But you get no moral credit for forcing other people to do what you think is right. There is great joy in helping people, but no joy in doing it at gunpoint. Amen. This is from an atheist. He's a friend of mine. He's right. Okay, so doing things by gunpoint, doing things, forcing people to be compassionate, that is one path we can follow. And country after country has done this before. It always fails, but maybe this time we're different. If that's what you believe, okay. And that's the government, that's the kind of government that you get where the government provides the rights. Because if government can force you to do things, then you have no right. This is the one where, and I kid you not, read the LA Times today, quote, the government plays a crucial role in keeping its citizens free from want. I read that today and I thought, okay, well, this reminds me of two things. And both of them are lies. The first, Edward Bernays. Remember we talked about him when I was at Fox, the father of public relations. He was hired by the War Information Office to change Americans' perception of the war in Europe. This is under Woodrow Wilson. He's also the reason why people, had ham and eggs and bacon for breakfast instead of coffee. He persuaded millions of people, of females, to smoke cigarettes. The key here on Bernays is he said it was his goal to turn us from a country of needs to a country of wants. And they've done that. If your grandparents were anything like mine, Ed and Clara Jansen, they would tell you all the time, I'd say, I need that. No, you don't need that. You want that. And there is a difference. Is anybody correcting anybody anymore? The other thing this LA Times quote reminds me of is this, the painting of Norman Rockwell. We've seen that painting a million times. But what's down at the bottom of that? Most people have never seen it in poster form. It's the freedom from want. It was inspired by an FDR speech. And they was talking about the four freedoms: the freedom of worship, the freedom of speech, the freedom from want, and the last one was freedom from fear. Well, I got news for you. That doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. The poor will always be among us. You can't have freedom from want. Somebody's always going to want something. And the other one was freedom from fear. You can't live without fear. Fear is a gift. Read the book by Gavin DeBecker called The Gift of Fear. It's a gift. Should we be afraid all the time? No, but that's a choice. When you say to the government, I don't make sure that I'm never afraid, well, they'll construct the apparatus that will make sure you're never afraid until you're afraid of them. homeland security that is completely out of control. You see, these are progressive lies. There is want. But that's where charity comes in, personal charity. That's one path. Big, oppressive government that will give you everything, make sure you don't want anything, need anything, make sure that you're not afraid of anything. The other path, however, is the scary path. It's the limited government. And it kills me because when people have to take their own personal responsibility, they think that's scary. It's much less scarier than having an out-of-control government dictate everything in your life. But see, this choice is the one where people decide what they want, what they don't want, what they want to do and what they don't want to do. Where our rights don't come from government, but come from God.
America is more than just a place, though. America is an idea. It's the only country founded on an idea. Our rights come from nature and God, not from governments. That's right. That's who we are. That's how we built this country. That's who we are. That's what made us great.
That's the choice. That's the decision we're faced with. Forget all the partisan attacks. There's so little difference anymore between the Republicans and Democrats. I can't even take it anymore. All the lies, all the bickering. When we strip away all of the politics, all of the power grabbing from the debate, here's what we're left with: a choice between somebody taking care of you and you taking care of yourself. Between compassion at the gunpoint or compassion from the heart. Fundamental transformation of America into a progressive nanny state, or a return to the founding principles of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Republicans and the Democrats occupy the first path. We as people occupy the second. We're all born equal, but we don't have equal outcomes, just equal opportunity. Tomorrow's show you don't want to miss. Tomorrow we'll show you the president is a testimony to the very fact that, yes, America is the most opportunistic country in the world. Yes, it is. How else could a guy with his background and a funny-sounding name like Barack Obama make it all the way to the presidency? It's a great country. It seems like some people, very important people, have forgotten and are trying to lead us away. Others want to lead us back to individual liberty and maximum freedom. There is a choice this November. It's two paths. But they all boil down to one word. This one.